What's up, everybody? Thanksgiving Eve. Man, I'll tell you what, this is the final judgment. I am Tony Cutillo. And every now and then, you never know when we're going to pop up, right? We usually do shows on Mondays and Thursdays, but obviously Thursday's Thanksgiving. So can Jigsaw get a day of rest, please, for the love of God, right? I know everybody wants a little piece of Jigsaw running around here in this house, but I need a break, man. I need a break. But, you know, when things happen, I like to go live and let's talk about it. And again, I'm here to help you out. Okay, I want everybody just to relax a little bit, right? Everybody just to relax, and let's be realistic, because I'm the guy who brings you realistic expectations. As always, powered by Heat Ratio Sports, your one-stop shop for all things national and local sports talk. Win Daily Sports, your one-stop shop for all things DFS, fantasy football, and sports prop betting. Okay, and as always, our good friends at SEObrand.com, the home of where all the analytics begin. And again, number one, I just want to say happy Thanksgiving to everybody. As always, everybody that checks in. This isn't going to be this long live stream. I just want to come in for a few minutes and give you my thoughts because word comes out with Bryce Harper, Tommy John surgery, goes well, or as well as expected, right? I think we all knew the inevitable. Okay, we all knew what was coming down the pike. Okay, but I just want to check in because I think everybody's going to get a little carried away when, you know, the reporters, you know, and they listen, it's no disrespect to the reporters, okay, but they're coming out and they want best case scenario. They don't want to give you worst case scenario. They want best case scenario, right? So they're talking about, a possible mid-May competitive run, right? Pump the brakes a little bit, okay? Pump the brakes. Listen, you know, Bryce Harper is every bit of probably the most bionic man I've ever seen. The dude just plays through everything and gives you his all, whether he's injured or he's healthy. It just doesn't matter. He did everything last year with a torn UCL, which is ridiculous, whether injections, no matter what he did, he was still there. And we all knew, right? If you were a realist, you knew this was coming. And, he's not here right now, but I remember talking to my good friend, and the program, my man, Coach Dave, right? Heat Ratio Sports, a Heat Ratio podcast. And, Heat Ratio Coach Dave, I said the first thing to Coach Dave, I said, look, man, I'm telling you, man, he's getting Tommy John. And here's the thing, he's going to be out a while. Like, we have to understand realistic expectations here. Okay. Realistic expectations. Okay. I'm going to read you something straight from the doctor himself. The Tommy John surgery recovery line varies from pitcher to pitcher. Now, here's the thing. He's not a pitcher, but he still has to play right field eventually, right? So let's talk about that. It typically takes around 12 to 18 months to fully recover from the surgery. The first few months are spent allowing it to heal, and then the focus shifts to regaining range of motion and strength, which usually you regain in about 6 to 8 weeks. During this time, you'll likely need to wear a splint or brace to protect your elbow, which we all know that's going to happen. You also need to do PT, exercise, stretches every day. As you get closer to your return date, you'll slowly start throwing again. You need to be careful during Tommy John surgery recovery not to overdo it. Pushing yourself too hard can set you back and delay your return date. Now, here's what I'm going to tell you. The pipe dream is mid-May. Okay, let's face it, people. The mid-May is a pipe dream. If Bryce Harper grabs a bat before the All-Star break, I will be absolutely shocked. And that's no disrespect to Bryce Harper. God, I hope he plays in friggin' May. I hope he plays in April. Okay, obviously. But I think, to put all this pressure and to feel like that's a realistic possibility, I think is being irresponsible, in my opinion. Let's look at this as a whole. Okay, this is a very competitive baseball team. Obviously, one of the best teams in baseball with a healthy Bryce Harper. Probably one of the best teams in baseball with a 50% healthy Bryce Harper. But they have to look at the long game here, right? We have to look at the long game. And the long game says to me that, yes, they 100% are going to sign one of these top-tier free agents. And I do not see Bryce Harper coming back before the All-Star break. For me personally, my own opinion would be Bryce Harper is back swinging a bat and playing right field somewhere in August. They give him about 2 months of a playoff run, okay? Meaning that, playoff placement run, to head into October. Okay, but the Phillies are going to have to do 75% of this season without Bryce Harper. It's simple as that. And I think everybody should have known that, right? There was a reason why he went so hard. There was a reason why he was so emphatic about we're not losing, we're going all the way, because Bryce Harper 100% knew that this was going to be an issue. And like I said, I'm just here, again, you see breaking verdict. I like to do these things that, go 5-10 minutes. My opinion, I'm glad he got the surgery. I'm glad it went well. I'm glad it didn't wait. I think he did everything the right way, 100%. And now it's in God's hands, right? It's in the healing process. And, we'll see what the healing process works. And I'm sure he'll try to push, but you see, just from the doctor, like you cannot push too much, right? So we need to be very, very weary about that. Right. Very, very weary about that. Adam says, you don't think he will DH before he plays the field. I'm curious about that, Adam. I am. I'm curious about that. Even with, listen, the problem is he had a shot in his arm. Okay. He didn't actually have a tear sewed back together. It's a completely different scenario. And I think that you 100% have to bait 1 month of him coming back. Listen, what you answer me this, right? In mid-May, okay, just call mid-May June, okay, like it's Memorial Day. Let's just for lack of a better timeline here, let's say Memorial Day. What is the difference between him coming back June 1st or coming back July 30th? Honestly, a month and a half of baseball, All-Star break. I just think that for that month and a half to just swing a bat, to me, he can do that in the cage. He can do that behind closed doors. He doesn't need to do that on the field. I want him to be 100% for himself, not for the team, for himself. He deserves that for himself. Okay? He's earned that. He played all year, and in the playoffs, extended play on a busted elbow. He deserves nothing less than to be fully healed before he gets on this field. And for me, for my money, I'm going to say it again. I think if you think that he's coming back in mid-May. I think it's a pipe dream. It's unrealistic, okay, and it's irresponsible. Honestly, that's just my opinion. I could be dead wrong. Okay, but I'll tell you something right now. The way I feel like this is going to go is he will slowly, gradually go through the healing process. And for my money, he will be back sometime after the All-Star break. And I'm going to target August 1st. We'll see how that goes. But for right now, he's home, he's healthy, he's in the recovery process, and that's the most important part. So again, this is the Final Judgment. I'm Tony Jigsaw Cutillo. Make sure you're hitting the subscription button. Make sure you're hitting the notification bell. Make sure you're following me on Twitter at Judge Jigsaw, on Instagram at Judge Jigsaw. And as always, man, it's Thanksgiving Eve, man. Tomorrow's Thanksgiving. Do yourself a favor. Spend time with the family. Spend time with your loved ones. Be thankful for everything, okay? Every single thing that you have. Real heartfelt right here. Like, again, I had a bad morning. I found out I got to get a brand new hot water heater. The other day, my catalytic converter goes on my car. So, I'm out a ton of money. I'm sitting there thinking to myself, man, life sucks. This is terrible. And then, if you don't know, I run a PR company. So as I'm booking interviews, had a big interview for the night. And Mary Jane, shout out goes to Mary Jane, does a great radio show. She's a veteran of the game, gives me a call, says, Tony, I'm really sorry. I have to cancel the interview for tonight. My husband has to get rushed to the ER. He's been battling lung cancer, and he's not doing well, right? So it put all my stuff into perspective. Like, yeah, okay, I'm out thousands of dollars, right? And it blows, right? It's going to hit me right in the ass. It's going to hit me hard, right? I'll be recovering for 2 months, right? I get it. But here, I'm worried about a monetary value. And again, I should be thanking God and being blessed that I'm able to do this and my family is healthy and everybody's good. And, here's this poor woman going through what she's going through. So, shout out to Mary Jane. Prayers are with you and your husband. Prayers are with everybody. As always, Adam, yes, happy Thanksgiving, Tony, to you and your family. High respect for you, Adam. Same thing, man. I appreciate you. You've always been there. You're always there. And happy Thanksgiving to you and the family as well. And to everybody who follows the Final Judgment, everybody who follows Win Daily Sports, everybody who follows Heat Ratio Sports, everybody that's been on the come up with me from the last 5 to 7 years. I just got to give a shout. There's too many people to thank. We would be here all night. So as always, I say, I'll say thank you. I say happy Thanksgiving. I say stay safe. I say stay healthy. Okay. And some people have thoughts and some people have takes, but on this show, you get the Final Judgment.